Hello, everybody, and welcome to Bricks and Bits episode 76. We are over 3/4 of the way there with being done with the podcast forever. Once we hit episode 100, that's the end, if you guys didn't know. Anyway, we are joined this week by Just Too Good and Brickitect as usual.
Hello.
And our special guest, Frame5 Studios, a.k.a. the Austin Man 101, a.k.a. Austin.
What's up, guys?
Classic. Can never wait. Did you have another name in between those two names?
Yeah, MandRproductions Studios.
Oh, wow. I forgot about that one.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yikes. Too much name changing. That's not good either. That's another reason I was saying he should go into it the mentality I said, which we'll get into. But this week we have quite a lot on the docket. First off, I do want to say though, for the first time in like 3 months since it's been broken because of the Mac update, I finally figured out how to have screen sharing again. So we're back. I can show you guys what we're talking about. So for those of you who actually watch the podcast, because we do have a video part of it, and that's kind of the reason I like to screen share stuff, so you can see what we're talking about. You can see what we're talking about again. So hooray! Our podcast isn't terrible anymore. We fixed it. So that's the thing. But let me get the topic list pulled up, and we'll get started. I guess I'll start with this. I want to know how Greg's move is going, because I didn't catch your live stream today, because I did. I was in the beginning, but I had to go to the post office, so I didn't get to see you packing stuff.
It's going okay. I got like a lot of the shelves cleared off, but I have some things that I've built, and I'm kind of like putting that off to the end. So I still have to do that. And
how far is it? I'm sorry. I can't remember. Like from house to house.
We're like half an hour away from where we're at. So it's not a big deal to like drive back and forth, which is what I might do, as opposed to just like putting actual build sets into boxes, especially big stuff.
Yeah, that's what I did, but mine was significantly less. So I don't know. Half an hour seems like it's on the edge. I feel like I said that before, but yeah, like you should probably just stick them in boxes and do it in as few trips as possible at that range. It'd be easier.
Yeah, there's no hurry or anything, so it's really, I'm kind of up in the air. I guess I'll just see how it goes. Yeah. But I've been emptying shelves, and that was like easy, and I took a big load of stuff over today, so it's getting there. It's emptying out a little bit. You don't realize just how much stuff you have until you go to move everything you own.
Yeah, I'm not excited to experience that. That is definitely a lot, I'm sure. But
yeah.
Then you have to set the worst part. You got to set it all back up. You get it over there, you put it down.
Stuff. When you move, you should just leave all your stuff at home and then just start from scratch in your new place.
That's a great idea. I like that.
Yeah.
Have a big bonfire out back, burn all my old stuff.
No, not burn it. Just use your current room as like a storage facility.
Oh, maybe.
And then you go to your next place, and if you need any stuff, you can just come back and get it and just keep it that way.
Yeah, I'll definitely keep my boxes here if I can.
Yeah.
My empty box. That's a good way to keep those.
Nothing's more embarrassing than when you move a box that's full of empty boxes. It seems a little stupid.
Nobody that sees you knows, but I mean, I guess it's just guilty conscience.
It's certainly nice to carry out yourself. Like, it's like, wow, okay. But man, it seems dumb.
that you could have stopped at the dump halfway in between. I'm sure there's one on the way, and you could have got rid of them.
No,
could have got rid of them. Could be now. That's the thing with the empty boxes. Like, for people that keep empty boxes, like if you just start throwing away, you'll be good. But you gotta get over that hump first, and none of us have been willing to do that yet.
I feel like I'm too invested now. Like you just can't do it after you've had them this long. It's one thing when you get a set and you build it and it's like you've had the box for a day, but when you've had a box for a couple of years and it's been sitting there, it's like a part of you at that point.
Yeah,
says the hoarder.
It's tough to move on from.
I just got rid of all of my boxes, and I probably don't have nearly as much as what all did. I had about I think it was like 230 boxes. Most of them were like the battle packs from like 2008, 2010. But
right.
Yeah, no. I ended up just making a big pile of sticks in my dad's backyard, and I just burned them all because I own the place.
You didn't film it or anything?
No, dude.
Bro, that's a YouTube video. What the hell?
Oh, that would have been epic.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity.
I think the best way to get rid of boxes is when the choice is taken out of your hands, where like you have a flood or a fire, not necessarily, but like a flood would be ideal. That way it's like everything's wet, you have no choice now, and you got to get rid of them.
I will say the only time that's a good point, because the only time some of my boxes have been thrown away was like 2006. I came home from school one day and like all my boxes to that point my mom had thrown out, and I was pretty mad about that. And ever since then, no boxes have been thrown out. So that's the only way to get rid of them, is to have to have it be out of your hands. It's got to be an act of God or your mom. So
yep.
that's about it. Otherwise, they're stuck on you for life. It's just I'm glad you were able to get rid of those, Austin. That's tough. It's definitely tough.
Yeah, no, it was. It definitely was. It wasn't like I was like, I don't really care about this. It was like, okay, I need space in my.
Play the Army Salute song and cry
Yeah,
on
yeah,
a rainy day.
exactly.
Just wear all
I
black.
was just like, I gotta let him go. I didn't want to, but like I was
Yeah.
storing a bunch of them at my apartment, and then the rest of them was at my mom's house, and she's like, if you don't get rid of them, I'll get rid of them for you. And I was like, no, no, I'll do it. I'll do it.
Oh, that's a bummer, but so it's for the better. Mentally, like it's done now. You can't go back, right? Like now you can live a life free of the shackles that we all live with.
Yeah.
And your life isn't any different now without boxes as it was when you had boxes.
I look at that and think about that all the time, Greg. I'm like, if I just do this today, they're gone, and I don't have to. Like, it won't be any different. I'm never gonna need these again because but no, they continue to pile up. I cannot break it. I cannot break it.
I feel you.
You keep all your, because I think you buy more Lego sets than I do, Justin. You keep all your boxes.
Yep. I don't think I've ever thrown away a box for maybe 10 years.
Jeez.
Don't start now.
Yeah.
It's too late. Yeah, this is my house, and here's my guest house that's filled with Lego boxes.
It's just not even a guest house. It's just a Lego house.
Like an empty box
Yeah,
house.
plot
No,
twist.
that's it.
It's just made of Lego boxes.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Now, pray a flood comes through if that's the case.
Yeah.
That'll solve your problem real quick.
Solve all your problems real quick.
Well, that's empty box talk. So for people that don't know Austin, and we'll have a link down to his channel in the description below to subscribe. But Austin, do you want to explain what you do on YouTube or what you want to do? Because you've changed and gone and flipped back and forth more than I have seen anybody flip back and forth ever in my life on anything.
Yeah, I can never decide what I wanted to do. So, I've been animating since 2008, 2009.
Yeah, a long time.
Yeah, it's been a while. The animation community kind of died off like the last 3 or 4 years. Like like when Pizza Movies quit, then Squad 42, the creator of that, quit. It was sad.
Spagazdu quit?
Well, technically not really, but he's a full-time film student right now, and that's his job. So he'll upload maybe once a year.
Okay.
But when everyone quit, I tried to keep going. Wasn't really getting anything going. I'm like, all right, maybe I'll try doing mocks. And every time I would change something, I would text Ryan. I'd be like, Ryan, I'm gonna do this. He'd be like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
And literally 3 days later, I'd be like, actually, I want to do this. He's like, God, fine, do that. And then I never committed. So what I am doing now is Halo vignettes, Halo and Star Wars. I chose Halo because it's pretty niche, and I am nowhere in the space to compete with like the Star Wars vignette makers. I'm still working on my technique, and it's kind of a challenge to find really good Halo designs. So I might end up making some of my own. There's a channel.
You should work with Peyton on those X39.
Yeah. So, see, if you would watch my video I put up yesterday, you'd know that. But I'm getting the Spartans from Peyton because I couldn't find the old Brickforge ones that I really wanted to use. And I'm not a huge fan of the Clone Army custom design, so I decided to go with Peyton's. And they're not gonna be big, like I said, they're gonna be vignettes. And so as I learn to build better, I'll start to expand. But like I said, I chose Halo because it's a niche, and I'm a Halo fan. So with the game coming out next year, we'll get some renewed interest in it, and hopefully it'll just continue to build off of that.
So where I really wanted to go with this is because we all have YouTube channels, we all do it like full time, and I thought this would be an interesting way for because a lot of people that watch want to start a YouTube channel or have smaller YouTube channels or just like want general advice or whatever for making YouTube videos. I wanted to kind of try to all of us give you advice essentially on what you can do better, what you could kind of get rid of, what are essentially your, I don't know, I think everyone makes videos that aren't their best, and if you focus more time on videos that certain videos, if you make series, don't do as well, and sometimes you just gotta move on from it. Is the way I see it. So like what I was telling Austin before, and I think did you already do this? Yeah.
Yeah, I already did it.
He previously, you can't see it now, but he had like all his live streams. Like, so if you go on someone's channel for the first time, this is what I'm telling him, like your mentality, you're starting from scratch. So someone goes on your channel for the first time, you want them to see like your best stuff essentially. And like half of his things were like live streams. And it's like, well, if you go on someone's channel, do you want to see a bunch of like random live streams of varying lengths from 30 minutes to 2 hours about random things? Or do you want to see like actual videos, right? Like, would anyone else disagree with that? That you would rather see videos than,
you're right.
than live streams?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're totally right.
That's the way I looked at it. So that's what I was telling him he should do, and he's already done it. So I just think it like trying to clean up your video catalog essentially is the way I looked at it for when people go to your channel. You want them to see your best stuff. So
yeah,
that's the way I tried to phrase it. But
yeah, people have zero interest in live streams, and that's not something that's going to pull them into your channel.
Yeah, after the fact, I guess when they're live. Right?
Unless it's live. If you're live at that moment, they come to your channel. That's fun.
Exactly. But that was my compromise though. So because I do it too, like I make them unlisted after, but I have a playlist down at the bottom of my home screen, and if you want to watch my live streams after, because there are people that do, like they'll listen to it while they're building or whatever, it's like it's there, it's all you, but it's not going to be on my video page. So
you got to work to get to this.
Yeah, you got to care. You really got to care.
Like if you didn't know that you were live last night or whatever, and then you came to your channel today or checked your subscription box, you'd have no idea that you went live.
Gone with the wind.
But that's a part of live streaming. That's what it should be, sort of.
Yeah, it also works well because you Greg have the second channel, Brickatech Live, and it's like you have it separate, so it doesn't really matter what happens to them after,
that's
right?
just for people that really want to invest into it. They can go there. Otherwise, you never see anything.
Yeah, if you're just on the main channel watching the videos, so it's like it works well both ways, I think.
Well, when I did live streams back in the day, I would
you did live
do
streams?
them.
Oh, you've done a couple. I remember watching
a couple.
Yeah, you definitely didn't do them. If that makes sense.
And there was a period where I did like 3 in a month, so that was a lot. But when I would do that, I would make them private after I did it. So it's like it's a live experience. You can't make it. Sorry, you can't see it. Like it's limited. So that's the approach I did.
Why haven't you done one in forever?
Because I literally like worry that I won't be entertaining. That's how I feel when I'm with the Twitch or whatever, the gaming site Twitch.
Oh, when you're streaming. You haven't streamed in a long time on Twitch. We're gonna talk about that later.
I didn't like it. Like I had to reply to everybody in the comments, or else I'd feel bad. So
yeah, I feel it.
I feel like when you're gaming, you get a pass on that though. Like if you're building a Lego set, you kind of have to talk to evereverybody. But if you're gaming,
not if you're dead in Fortnite all the time.
Yeah, just passively read chat.
Yeah.
No, because I feel like I have to read it all on Twitch too, because there's not enough people like watching to justify that like you can't read it all, right? Because obviously if you're streaming on YouTube with our channels, like you just can't read it all. But on Twitch, it's like, well, you can realistically read it all, but like there's times where I'm like, I'm trying to kill people right now. I cannot read this. Like, I'll talk to you guys later. Like, bye.
That's fine.
We're shutting off. I'm not looking off to the side, get myself killed. Not gonna happen. But yeah, I agree. I agree. I can see that being a worry. But you should. I would say you should give it another go every once in a while. Or I would.
It's fun. It's fun. I want to do a random one soon. Especially now.
I would recommend doing your subreddit thing live once. That would be interesting.
That would be interesting.
So,
oh my gosh, yeah.
I think that translates better than like people ask me to do like Ask M&R live, and I'm like, but I already answer questions on live streams, and I feel like the point of that is that it's pre-produced. I don't know, but I feel like yours might translate well for like a one-time live thing.
I think people just want to have that connection though. They want you
that's
to
probably true.
As much as it's fun that you answer something they left as a comment, if they ask it and you answer it immediately and they know at that second you're answering their question in real time, it's like an amazing.
Oh my god!
Right?
Camera out.
You read my name.
I'll do a live stream soon. Honestly, you guys have convinced me because it is a down month of January, so I could probably do it.
I get that feeling. There's a streamer that I watch, and I had put a joke in the chat, and they have like 2,000 people who watch their stream. And they read the joke and they're like, "That's really funny." And I was like, "Oh my god, I'm dead."
My life's complete.
I got like, all right, I'm done. But no, I get it. I get that.
Huh. That's interesting. That's awesome. Yeah, you definitely get that when you're talking to people that have a lot of viewers, I guess, too. That makes sense. It's like, well, he read my comment out of all these comments. I can see it.
It would be like if Tom Brady went live.
Okay, yeah,
and Ryan
I'm
was
in.
like, I was like, you're the GOAT. And it's like, oh, thanks, Ryan. You're awesome too, dude. Ryan would make so many videos about that. It would be like what my experience was like talking with Tom Brady, part 1.
Yeah, we're basically best friends.
Yeah.
Oh man. But yeah, let's head back to Austin's channel here for another few minutes. I wanted to so you've had like a litany. Is litany the word? You've had a ton of ideas over the years. You've come to me and been like, I want to do this, I want to do that. So like at one point you want to do like Lego Star Wars stuff, and I think you still want to do that because you just texted me the other day. You're like, you want to do commentary on sets without buying the sets, and I think this is an interesting thing for people watching because obviously not everybody can afford to buy every Lego set ever, right?
Yeah.
And so you're like, do I have to, Austin texted me this, like, do I have to buy Lego sets to talk about them? And I'm like, no, you don't. It's actually quite, the videos sometimes that you don't physically have them actually do better sometimes. Maybe just because they're out before people have the physical thing, right? But they can do better, and they definitely have their place and can have their place in your channel if you wanted to go that way, and for people watching as well. Like, you don't have to have a ton of money to start a YouTube channel, and that's the toolbox fallacy. I'll advocate for that until I die. I love that toolbox fallacy where it's just like, I need to have this and this and this before I can start doing this thing. It's like, no, you don't. You just need to start today, and that's the way I look at it. It's just like, start today. With whatever budget you have. If it's $0, it's $0, and you have what you have, and you go from there. So
yeah, make it on your phone or something.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing was like why I text you that is because the commentary scene right now, like in terms of like covering Lego, I don't want to say it's saturated, but like the people who know what they're talking about, and then you have the other people who are like, wait, why are you saying anything at all? But so like it's trying to like walk that fine line between like I think that if I actually like applied myself a little bit to the other things going on in Lego, I could very easily make an educated opinion on whatever Lego is doing in that moment.
Yeah, I would say you definitely have to be invested in it a lot to like stay on top of it and know kind of what's happening. And even like as invested as I am, and like all of us, I think we all make stupid mistakes from time to time where we just like brain fart or just don't know something. We just say the wrong thing or don't are not filled in a particular piece of knowledge, and then you get 1,000 comments. And it's like, well, I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Like, yeah, I literally when I was watching your latest video, when you almost forgot who Barasafi was, I almost lost my mind. You're like, oh, the comment section's gonna kill me for not knowing this, and I'm like, they rightly should.
Yeah, I did watch all the Clone Wars, so I should know the character names, but
yeah, but like, so I chose Halo as a focal point because I know a lot more about Halo than I do about the current landscape of the Lego community right now. So as I'm learning that, I'll incorporate that slowly. But since Lego obviously doesn't make an official Halo product, 'cause that's the other company that I don't mention because I hate them. So having people have like the custom Spartans kind of adds a really nice, like, I don't want to say collection element, but a real community of the people who actually like Lego Halo. And because there's not a whole lot out there. Like, I was looking for designs on like grunts and hunters, and I found one channel that does really good ones.
I feel like the Lego Halo stuff has like died in the last 5 years. Like, it used to be pretty big, but I mean, I think Halo as a game has also kind of waned in popularity.
Yeah. Especially when it takes like 6 years for 343 to produce a game. But I mean, there's that.
That would be a problem. I agree.
But yeah, I like I said, I still want to dabble with the Star Wars vignettes and stuff, and learn how to build from other people. Like, I watch a lot of H2Brick whenever he uploads stuff. I try to do stuff with that. When Danny used to do a lot of stuff, like MandRproductions, I would watch that.
So like learning to build. Obviously, none of us here are mock builders. But like, I think watching other people is probably the best way to do it, right? Other than like actually building trial and error.
Yeah,
I can't imagine any other way. I have a question for y'all. Greg's is what is your dream mock to build? It's the amusement park pier.
I want to make a thing called Classic Land. It's like a Lego amusement park using like just classic pieces and keeping it very simple like that.
Has that changed? Did it used to not be Classic Land? It used to be like
no, that's it.
My knowledge is off on that then. That is not, I didn't know it was classic. That's kind of interesting. So you wouldn't have like roller coasters or anything with the roller coaster?
Well, I would, but I want it to be like classic themed. So a lot of it, I just want it to be like vintage and like simple. But I want to have like modern elements because you can't make a roller coaster just using basic. You know what I mean? Like, but like the cars can look like a Lego classic set or something.
I have something. I'll run something by you after this.
Okay.
About something similar to that. Justin, what is your dream mock to make?
I kind of am almost tempted not to say it because if I say it, I feel somebody will steal my idea if they're listening.
Is it a unique idea that no one's ever built before?
Yeah, because here's what happened. I had a very unique idea, then somebody on Ideas made a better version of it.
So what is it? Oh, wait, is it the...
well, back then
the
it
thing
was...
we've talked about on the podcast, or... I don't remember. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, back then I wanted to do a drive-in theater. And there's a really good drive-in theater. Go support it on Lego Ideas. But yeah, I was just like, well, I mean, I'm halfway through this design. I will not finish it because theirs is going to be probably better. But so that happens with a lot of mocks I make, where I make it and then before I finish, I'm just like, I don't like this. But yeah.
Yeah, it happens to me all the time. That's why you never see them on my channel.
It's true. It's true.
Okay.
I think my dream mock would be probably like a full-scale New Alexandria mock from Reach. I want to do that.
Who made Alex Coopers? Have you guys ever seen this?
Yeah. Battle of the Brick.
Coopers. I like Coopers.
Yeah, Coopers. Battle of the Brick. Yeah. One of the best stop motions of Halo and like you'll ever see.
This was huge back in the day. Greg probably hasn't seen this. It's worth like skimming through because it's one of the most amazing. Oh my god, it's so good. It has 76 million views. Holy crap! At least on this other channel that it was uploaded to.
It's a stop motion.
Yes, it's a
27. They do incredibly well on YouTube.
Yes, they do.
It's those kids watching them, man.
I don't know. This one's Halo though, so I don't know. Halo.
Yeah, no, it's
this one's good. Just legitimately really good. It's not like because I feel so the stop motion scene in Austin can probably really attest to this. It's changed a lot in 10 years, and it's now.
Oh yeah.
The ones that you see doing well, Greg, are very much geared towards children, but that wasn't what it was like back in the day. Like that's not. I don't feel like that's what this stop motion was. If that makes sense.
From 2009 to, well, arguably it's from 2008 to about 2012, it was all like narrative driven, true to life or true to game, whatever you were animating, it was true to whatever you were basing it off of. And then since 2013, 2014, it's been these like really short like Lego Minecraft or Steve
Spider-Man versus Elsa.
Plants. Yeah, like Steve Plants carrots stop motion.
They have like
something like that
because they're like Lego Minecraft, Batman meets Spider-Man, and also
exactly. Yeah. Well, you can only get away with that if you're Forest Fire. You can only make like those good videos where like Superman meets Spider-Man. Those are actually really good ones. But
I like those. I'm just saying these would be like they just spam words. It'll be like Spider-Man, Superman, Batman, whatever. But yeah, it's a wholly different thing. But yeah, I love Forest Fire stuff.
Yeah, so now it's just been like I'm sure you guys know who Michael Hickox is, probably.
Yeah,
most of you.
I know the name.
Like,
yeah,
he's doing really well. Titan Pictures is doing really well, only because they make like 2 to 8 minute films with no dialogue and all these like I don't even know how to explain it, but like Ryan said, it's just what you're gonna see in Battle of the Brick Built for Combat is not what you see now. No one's making it
because this
is
27 minutes long.
This was
which is like longer. It's like longer than a like a feature like cartoon that you would watch on this.
Yeah.
So
can you imagine trying to make this? This
was made by one guy, Greg, and it was I'm pretty sure it was in his basement because he used to do like update videos or something about it. And I used to watch them, and like it was like a huge thing when it came out because it was such a long project, and there had been he had been working on it for so long at the time. I feel like that like everybody kind of knew about it, and then it came out and it was actually really good. And like the thing about it is like I'm not a huge Halo fan. Austin knows more than I am, but like this is like a recreation of a Halo map, right? Like you have this huge spinning wheel in the middle, and like again, this is 2011, so like it's a different time, and there's not as many like detailed pieces. So you could say that obviously it looks a little dated, but still for 2011, like it's in HD, it looks really good, it's all sharp. All the movements are pretty clean.
Incredible. To build that alone would be incredible, but then to animate it.
To animate in it, to get a camera that's small enough to animate in it, like some of the close shots that you see, you have to build you build the camera into the set just to get the shot. Like it still is, in my opinion, the second best brick film of all time.
What's the
second best? The best is a 4-part or a 3-part series by Jonathan Vaughn. It's called Picturesque. It's a really, really good series.
Picturesque. How do you Picturesque?
Yeah, Picturesque. Just type in
Lego.
Picturesque Nick Duran Lego or whatever. Really good series. In my opinion, that was the best series that
Wait, how do you spell his last name? Nick
Duran. Durron.
Curious. If you say if this is the best stop motion ever, I will have to watch this at some point later. I'll keep that. I'll keep that open for later. I will check that out if that's the best one.
Yeah, hands down.
Huh.
Hands down.
I have a question for you. Do you remember what the there was a Lego Star Wars stop motion like 2009, 2010? It was like these clones that were stranded. Do you know
Planet TR-57. TK-57.
Planet.
Yeah.
TK-57. I'm gonna rewatch that later. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's TK-57.
Nah, like TK-57. I don't know. I'll look it all up later. I'll talk to you later. Okay, sounds good. I've been trying to find that one for a long time. It just came to mind. I'm like, wait, you might know this. Anyway, do you guys want to move on to some new Lego sets?
Sure.
Let's see it.
All right, Manchester United, a soccer stadium. This is I guess the word. It's a great Lego set. It's just not for me. Like, I really like it, but it's not for me. I don't know how else to put it. I just don't like soccer or football. So I can't find myself invested in something like this.
Yeah, for me, I said this in my video, and everybody was like, "You're crazy." I said, make it minifigure scale, but not accurate to scale. So they should have made it about $400, and you could put like maybe, I don't know what, 10 on each side of the stadium. So that would be 40.
So you're wanting it to be more like the early 2000s soccer sets and not a display thing. You want it to be playable.
Those were like separate. There was
I know what you
one
mean, but
that was like a grandstand, and there was one that was like a field. They never really, they were supposed to be put together, but they weren't really meant to be integrated together. So I don't want it like that. I want it more like a complete stadium that's minifigure scale that maybe you could open up right down the middle, and it would be like $400 to $500. It wouldn't be super cheap. But it would actually have football players and audience members and something more unique than architecture. So I'm not a fan of architecture microscale sets. But
I really like this architecture style type of set like this, and it's got like it's a 1 to 600 replica. Like it's like actually it's actually built to scale, like as the thing, and like they have some camera angles here where it's like looking up at the stands from like a lower level, and it actually looks like realistic. Like it's pretty crazy. This is I think this might be one of the best Lego sets ever as far as like a realism standpoint. Or
for sure. If I buy it, which I won't, but if I was to buy it, people will hate me for this, but like I would never build it. I would use its parts. Like I wouldn't.
It's a parts pack.
Yeah, it is. It look at it. Like it's a literal parts pack. I don't know what I would do with the soccer stadium like at all. Like it's cool. It's done really well, but all I see is parts for a
Yeah, I feel you. What do you think, Greg?
I think it's a great model. I'm kind of like you, Ryan. I don't have any interest in soccer or football or whatever. So, and especially Manchester United. Like, I think if you're a fan of that, this would be epic for you. But I keep going back. I looked at the price, $300, and I feel like if you're a Lego enthusiast with $300 in your pocket, I think you could do so much better with that than buying this, unless you're an extreme fan.
Okay, Greg. Now, if this was minifigure scale, would your opinion change?
No, I'm just not.
Okay.
No.
I thought you would say no. But yeah,
no,
I didn't think I was going to win that
mine wouldn't
one.
change either.
Yeah, I didn't think I was going to win that one.
I like
if this had one minifig with it that was like exclusive or really cool, you would spend $300 just to get that.
Oh yeah, no. There's a promo going around actually.
We're gonna get to that.
No.
Yeah, or yeah, we can do it right now.
Spoilers?
No, okay. Well, it's not spoilers. Let's look at it. It's the next thing, minifigure promo.
Yeah,
good.
This one's pretty weak.
So you spend $300 and you get.
Do they not even have prints?
Not on the front.
I could literally make these guys right now.
Oh, they have it on the back.
But you can't make
send
the
me
back.
$300.
The back is probably like a sticker. That could actually be a sticker. So
they haven't done stickers on minifigures in decades, right? I don't think so. I can't imagine.
I doubt it.
Yeah. They've done. They have really distanced.
Last ones were I think the Ferrari ones from like 2007 or something.
Oh really? That's a little less distant than I thought.
Mm-hmm.
I don't personally see how they would be exclusive because you're right. You could make all of this.
Well, it's just they have a exclusive print on the back of their their torso, but that's it.
I don't even know if that's going to be that's probably even going to be like a sticker. Like I could see that being a sticker.
If that's there's no way they've made that a sticker. I'm telling you, there's no way, but we'll see. But my big point with all this with this new set is I like it for the fact that it opens up a very nice future possibility of more of these. Because obviously I don't care about soccer. I'm not a fan of Manchester United. But if Lego were to make the stadium of one of my teams, I would be all over it, right? Like that would be the ultimate thing. You're not like a huge sports fan, Justin, so I guess you wouldn't have this
But how would they choose, like, say they got the NFL license somehow? How would they choose which team to make their stadium?
Oh, the one. I know exactly what they would do. It would either be Dallas.
Probably would be Dallas. New England doesn't have a memorable stadium.
It would be Dallas. One of the San Francisco stadiums. Maybe Pittsburgh. They would definitely make Foxborough.
No, it's not. It's not memorable enough.
Really?
Yeah, to me it'd probably be Dallas. I can't, or Green Bay, Lambeau Field.
Yeah, never mind. Green Bay. It'd be Green
Bay. Those are the only ones I can think. I just don't think Gillette Stadium is as much as I like the Patriots. It's just not a special.
Tampa Bay.
Yeah. But no, the one I really think that would be likely because Sand Green would work really well for this is Fenway Park, and I think it would.
Oh yeah.
Baseball would be really nice.
Haven't they done promotions there too?
They have done Red Sox Lego promotions. So you know what? Put me down. $100 bet. We're going on Fenway Park 2021 Lego Creator Expert. That's my bet. That would be Nintendo's coming. I'm convinced. I'm in on that too because I saw the Hot Wheels there and I'm like they're doing licensed stuff now like this. It's gonna happen. Lego Nintendo, Lego Mario Kart, Lego Mario, whatever.
It's coming.
It is coming.
That back to this thing.
Go back to Connects. Good.
This thing being micro scale, I was just thinking about the Hogwarts Castle. I'm like, okay, this is $300. The Hogwarts Castle is $400, and it comes with 4 minifigs, which make Justin happy. 6,000 pieces.
Well, yeah, and I did not like that one.
No,
that one. You say I would buy it for the figures alone. I did not buy that one for the figures. Even though they were great figures. So yeah.
Prove me wrong, but I don't know. Like, again, if you're a Lego enthusiast with a lot of money in your pocket, I think you could do better than this set for sure.
It's not one of my favorites. I mean, it's funny. I think last year was it the year before? We started out the year and there was like 1 billion amazing direct-to-consumer sets.
I don't
this
remember.
Year. What do we got? I mean, do you count the Chinese New Year sets as direct consumer? Because I do love those. But if not, I mean, the bookstore is my favorite direct consumer set. But like this one, I don't think this one I've seen people like it, but it's not like super popular. I don't know.
I just want Fenway Park. I just want this to do well, so Lego thinks stadiums are good, so they get Fenway Park done, and then I don't care. Because
I think this will do well internationally. I don't think this is going to do well in the United States.
No, because soccer's been more popular here over the last decade, but ultimately it's just not that popular, and I can't imagine many people here especially care about a team overseas like that.
I guess the issue there is as well as like I feel like soccer fans are very particular about like their home teams. So is Manchester United like what percentage of soccer fandom does Manchester United hold? It's only going to be like the super fans that grab this.
And that's the other thing. They've locked themselves into a fandom. So like if they make Yankee Stadium, I'm not buying that. I wouldn't even accept a free one. You know?
That's why you're much better off doing like a Disney set that everyone loves Disney, right? So
but sometimes you got to take leaps. You got to try different stuff.
Yeah.
And I commend them for trying something different. I'm sure they'll have their regular Disney sets later in the year. You know,
it is so niche, but it's like they are taking a risk where they're targeting a more specific audience for this one, and it could pay off. Because if you get all those Manchester United fans to buy it who weren't going to buy it before, it was some other team or just generic. Pay off.
Ryan, the way you feel about this particular set is the way I feel about all of the Disney sets. Literally all of them. Not interested. And just not my thing.
Yeah.
Nah.
I like the not my thing. It's like, I don't like it, but if you like it, that's all right. It's just not my thing. I think that's the fair way to look at it. Yeah, it's a good Lego set, just not for me. So that's why I see it.
Especially not for $400.
Oh, here we go. All right, guys. Just when you thought it was over, give me a C.
C.
Give me an O.
Oh,
it's COPPA.
No. Oh no.
Another week, another 20 minutes. Here we go. We gotta fill time somehow.
All right.
It's all Jang. Yeah, you can blame Jang on this one. JANGbricks made a video, and we're gonna talk about it. His video was titled. Oh wait, actually, I should probably fact check this. What was his video title?
His title: I was wrong about COPPA. Back to square one.
What was Jang making a video have anything new to add to this? Brian.
Oh, well, we're actually going to talk about Jang being wrong about COPPA, not about COPPA.
Oh.
But he wasn't wrong about COPPA. It's just a clickbait title.
Yeah, so I saw this video, and for people that haven't, I guess watch it for yourself. But it's gotten plenty of views, so I'm sure you've seen it. And I saw this in my sub box, and I'm like, oh, so he realizes he was wrong, but no. He is.
Yeah, you want to read that like, oh, not all of his videos are gonna be made for kids. He was wrong about that. Okay, cool, good for him.
Exactly.
Nope.
Yeah, he's like, we're it's doubling down. It's somehow worse than I imagined. All of my mongering of fear is gone to waste. It's worse. We have to make one more video telling you how much worse it is. And I'm like, but how can it
the
be?
title would have been.
Go ahead. Oh, no, go ahead.
I was just saying the title would have been way better if it was like, oh, I was right about COPPA, and I'd be like, oh, okay.
I
said COPPA is worse than I thought is what it should be.
That is probably the appropriate title. I don't think him saying I was wrong. That's he pulled in a lot of people that thought he was gonna say it's good to go. You can't.
What are we? Okay. Why am I the Jang defender here? What are we doing here? Because like you guys are like debating if he has a clickbait title or not.
Because it's a clickbait title.
I mean, I've been accused of having clickbait titles. You've been accused.
Oh, everyone does. Everyone does.
I probably clickbaited more than everybody here combined.
So why are we looking? I know why.
Everyone does it
like this. I thought you. That's what I'm saying. Are we gonna add anything new to the topic? Or are you just gonna?
Other than the fact that it was just interesting that you have an 8-minute video and most of it is just saying the same thing. He's like, oh, so my testing was this. Turns out it actually was a lot worse. And I know that we have, or you guys on the podcast have like hit this topic a lot, but JANGbricks, and then I don't really keep a ton of track on his kind of channel, but him specifically, which is him as an example, I don't got anything against him, but like, no wonder it's not a surprise to me that his channel out of everyone's is gonna get hit the hardest. You have someone with a.
So Austin, being hit the hardest is very subjective because you're essentially he's chosen to be hit, if that makes sense. He's decided that his videos are for kids, and while we have decided that we don't make videos for children.
Well, yeah,
Not
but
me.
I mean,
I'm in the middle.
Yeah, you're in the middle. Yeah.
Yeah, but you guys, like, we'll just take we'll take Ryan for example, right? Like, you don't have like this like soft-spoken, all-inclusive dad voice, right? That just brings in the younger audience. You don't mega box. You don't review things outside of Lego. So yeah, his channel is gonna just appeal more to kids. The only thing like that I see like a major difference between you, Just Too Good's content. I haven't really watched Brickatech or anything like that. Is like
wow.
Get out.
I'm out of here.
It's just that like you watch one of your videos, Ryan, and it's like, oh, okay, I could definitely see more than just a teenager or a child watching this video. I've watched a lot of JANGbrick videos over the years, especially like his displays. I can't imagine outside of maybe the 50-year-olds out there, I can't imagine anyone over the age of 13 is watching all of that.
I would disagree. I'm sure a lot of people are, but
I disagree 100% on that. I think all of his audience is adults because kids aren't going to sit through what he does.
I heard that argument too. I don't agree with that either. I don't agree with that at all.
Huh.
Because once a kid really likes something, like they're gonna watch it. It's not a matter of if someone has the patience to sit through it or not. If you're really into something, you're gonna watch it.
I'll agree with that. And you'll watch a ton of it and you'll watch it over and over again. And there could be kids. I think another thing that Jang worries about is the fact that he was actually on YouTube Kids at one point. Therefore, he feels like he definitely falls into that category as being made for kids because of that.
I think that's a fair point. I think having been on YouTube Kids for him would be a different from me who hasn't been on YouTube Kids. I think that's a different way to look at it.
I don't understand how and why he was on YouTube Kids because my son watches YouTube Kids and his content is way, 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 way different than anything else that at least my son watches.
Yeah. So I guess the big thing I did want to add to this, getting to Justin's point, what are we adding to this, is that he's starting a Patreon, and I think it's going to be very interesting to see how people react to that because obviously times are changing on YouTube, as they always are, I guess, but like this is a big change for a lot of people that make videos, and I'm just very interested to see what will happen with him creating a Patreon and basically saying, I'm going to mark all my videos for kids and lose all that revenue and just rely on this with over 1 million subscribers. Like it
and
might go
was
very well, I guess. I don't know.
The point from that video was he was asking, what should I do? What should I start a Patreon? What's the solution here? So that's what I thought the video's point was, to answer the previous
It'll
thing.
be telling what kind of revenue he brings in from Patreon once that whole thing launches, because I think we'll actually see how much of the audience is actually able to support him through Patreon and what isn't. Granted, he's got 1 million subscribers, so obviously not everyone is going to go and support him on Patreon. He doesn't need everyone to support him on that platform at all. But I would be, this is just me, I don't think even if Ryan did a Patreon for his stuff, if he was a builder or whatnot, I don't think I would back it. That's just not like because what's the
I thought we were friends.
what's the reward for being a patron of JANGbricks?
So that's the tough thing for Patreon. You have to create rewards, right? And that's where I've always been like, I don't know what I would actually.
And he has rewards at all these different levels. And from what I saw from the comments on his community post, people seem to be into it. And I know for a fact that JANGbricks has a very passionate following. If
I know he does.
It's obviously not 1 million people are going to be like, okay, I'm signing up, but I think there's going to be a number of people that are like, you know what, I love what this guy does. He's the best at what he does, and I want to support him in any way that I can. I think he's going to be very successful on Patreon. I think it's a smart move for him.
I think it'll be a fun thing to see how it looks. Like all the best to JANGbricks, honestly. It'll be interesting to watch.
I think on top of that, I think the fact that his audience, at least in my opinion, is older people. They're people that actually have money that can contribute on Patreon. Because I think his audience is probably older than me, his average person, I would say.
I don't know about average person being older.
Read the comments on the videos. I don't know, read the comments.
Average can't be that hot. But,
I think he does have a lot of older people compared to some of our channels, like mine. I think mine skews more as teenagers.
Yeah.
And because of that, I have a Patreon, and not only was it a pain in the butt to run when I had a lot of rewards on there, it just did not get much traction. I still have it up, but I'm going to be limiting down my use of it, really. It's just going to be kind of like a backup. If, say, my YouTube disappears one day, at least I'll have that still.
You kind of nailed there what Patreon essentially boils down to is you have to have some type of reason for people to join it. There has to be it can't just be, and mine has traditionally been, if you want to support us, you can. Here's where it is. There's no tiers, there's no nothing. I think it really comes down to, you have to offer something to somebody that they really want, and want it so much that they're willing to leave the platform they're on to go somewhere else to put their payment information in to get that thing, and that's tough to come up with.
Well, I think it really depends on the audience, because the younger you have, the more you have to reward them, and the older the older of an audience you have, the less you have to reward them, because they have more disposable income, just on average, of course.
Yeah.
Like, I know Red Letter Media, which is a channel I love, all they do on their Patreon, I think they have like 2 tiers, and one's like $1 and another one's like $3, if I'm not mistaken. And all they do on their Patreon is just post updates. That's it.
I like what Jang's doing, though. Jang's a little bit different. He'll have like a $1 one, but then he doesn't cap himself off at $3. He has a $100 tier.
So I wanted to actually make a point. There's one thing on his Patreon that I had a point about, and I'm sure he doesn't listen to this crap, but
no.
But if he was going to change one thing, I would urge him to charge more than $7 to allow people to be in a group chat with him for 1 hour a week.
Yeah,
that is going to be a massive headache. A weekly 1 hour live group chat for $7 a month. That's 4 times. Like, I don't think he knows how many people would sign up for that, and how I don't know if annoying is the right word, but like how you have to be, because he's never done live content, and he's never like, I feel like he's never like, he doesn't go to Lego conventions, and he doesn't communicate with people that watch his videos like physically like this. Does it like talking to people? Does that make sense? Like, that's not an unfair assessment.
Yeah. No, you're fine.
I don't think he understands how difficult it can be to be on for like an extended period of time, or just having to like talk to a lot of people for like a long time, and like answer questions and talk and chat. Like, I think he should be charging more for that, is what I'm getting at.
Is a group chat, is that him talking to text-based comments, or is it everyone in there like trying to vie for his attention?
The way I read that is that it would be maybe it's just a private live stream that you watch, but I interpreted it as that's
what I thought it would have.
You get on in like a Google Hangout and you all talk to each other, because that's the way I've always thought. That's exactly what I think that is, but maybe I'm wrong. If it is that, he should charge more.
Do like a $500 tier where it's like 1 hour just one-on-one with him.
I guarantee. Okay, you can do less than that, but.
Yeah. The other dangerous thing about actually doing the thing where you invite people on to talk to you, like physically talk to you, is you have no idea who you're going to end up having to talk to every single month. And you might get some cool people in there, but then there could be that one person that's just is like, oh, here's your money back, please.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've done that occasionally, and I might do it again this weekend when I do my Death Star live stream, is invite some fans in, and I've never had a particularly bad experience with that. So
I've had great people that are super respectful. I'm just saying, if you were to set something up once a month where, say, like 5 or 10 other people could all get together and talk to you, you could really have one person ruin that entire experience.
Yeah, eventually it would be bound to happen. I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's kind of the nature of the game. So I wouldn't use that as a reason to like shy away from doing it. Like, imagine those sports podcasts where they have people call in. Like, every once in a while, you're gonna have a bad one.
Yeah,
that's the way it is.
You just cut them out.
Yeah.
Oh, we're breaking up, Fassi.
Oh wait, what?
I'll definitely be watching this.
Right now.
Yeah. Well, I'll definitely be watching this. I think it's a very interesting thing. Because I'm the only person here that doesn't have a Patreon, so maybe this will urge me in that direction. I don't know, but.
Don't support my Patreon. I haven't used it in 5 years. And
he told me this. He's got one patron.
Yeah, I have one patron paying $9 a month. I haven't used it in 5 years.
And I'm like, what?
Wow.
That's how you do it, I guess.
That person's dedicated. Think about it. Like, their credit card that they're using has like renewed a couple times since then too, and they keep paying it.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, the way I look at it, the ideal way is like, I just make videos and put them on the internet, and the YouTube ad money covers that, and then people get mad when I put ads in my videos, and I'm like, you can't win. You can't win. So it is what it is. But yeah, I'll
sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. What?
No. We are gonna try to get more sponsors soon from like actual companies. So we do need to work on that. But
I think you should probably end this segment though by saying being very clear that we're not against Jang doing a Patreon.
No,
like,
yeah,
like
I look at it from like just purely an intrigue standpoint. Like I'm very interested in seeing how it pans out for him. Like I don't wish anything bad upon him. I just disagree with his viewpoint on COPPA, and I'm just interested in seeing what he does. Like I don't know how else to put it, but yeah, I agree, Greg. We'll see. I'll keep my eye on that. I'm sure. I definitely want to find out where that goes. But we have more new Lego sets that come out. This one January 31st or February 1st for everyone else. The ISS.
Let me see.
Yeah.
Oh.
This is the Ideas ISS, and here. Lego Ideas only makes space sets.
NASA.
You know how you said you have no interest in whatever the stadium? I have zero interest in this set.
I can't decide if I'm interested in this or not either. I might be honestly. I'm like flipping a coin on this because I like the space stuff. I like NASA
too. So screw you.
I have never voted for a. I don't think I've ever like actually gone on and logged in.
Remember, this was the one that there was 4 of them. And you could choose
one of them. What were the 4?
Stitch, this, Arcades.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I probably voted for this.
Stitch is totally going
yellow.
To landslide, and no.
Yeah.
Exactly.
How did Stitch... I still don't know. But this proves that NASA is popular, so they should be making these.
Set, though, like, it's like, this set doesn't look fun to build, and it doesn't look like it'd make a good display piece. So I don't understand what they appeal.
It's pretty bad.
But it
I'm sorry you're not a nerd.
Awesome.
You got to be a nerd to appreciate it.
Like, look at those solar panels. Oh my goodness.
It's another part.
A lot of stickers. A lot of stickers there.
Look
Greg.
at it.
Those better be prints.
Oh,
there is a print of that piece. There is a print of that piece. So I don't know if they're doing, but it's a 1x4. So I don't know.
If those were stickers, my head would literally explode.
I would just not buy the set just because it's sticker. Like I'm not doing that. No, thank you.
I would wish that upon my worst enemy.
I would.
I would start a Patreon with a $500 tier that says, "Watch me put all the stickers on this set," and that's what you'd have to pay for me to do it.
That's amazing, incredible.
That's a good one. I mean, I'm torn on this set because I like it, but it's also like it's a, I guess objectively it's a boring set. Like it's just like a look at it. And I guess that's what I do with my sets, right? I just look at them. But I don't know. This one just seems particularly bland, and I know that's what the ISS looks like. That's that's like you can't change that, right? But I guess it just doesn't translate as well as some people may have hoped to Lego. But we'll see. I guess I may end up buying this one on double VIP points or something because I do like the whole space thing. Like I always find that stuff interesting. It's just.
I mean, it's close to Star Wars somewhat, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. I never really relate it like that, but I just
throw Kylo Ren on there and a little TIE fighter off the side. You're good.
Because it's in space. Yeah. Awesome.
You've just triggered every Star Wars fan. Congratulations. That was my goal. I'll check that one off the list for the week. Gotta make sure we get that done.
I haven't made videos in a few days. I need to trigger the Star Wars fans somehow. That's my way.
There you go. I don't think we talked about these. The Brickheads, Disney Brickheads for 2020, Goofy, Pluto, and
nope,
Donald Duck.
Donald Duck.
I really want Daffy Duck. Like I want the other side of Disney. What's the opposite? It's Looney Tunes.
Disney. It's Looney Tunes.
I like Looney Tunes. That's Warner
too.
Bros. Yeah, they should do that.
Oh, we were supposed to get in Lego Dimensions Year 4 or whatever.
Oh, that's a real shame.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yo, so the one
maybe it was Space Jam 2 coming out in next year?
Because then they'll make a LeBron minifigure, and I won't like that. But I like these. They're nice. I'll probably buy them. They'll go well with my Mickey and Minnie. I would say the most interesting thing about these is the numbering. Who does the numbering? Put me in charge. Number 98 and 99 are Pluto and Goofy. Number 100 is that rabbit. Sheep, and then 101 is Donald Duck. Why aren't they all in the same? Tell you why. Oh, go ahead.
Well, first off, at number 100, I don't think they wanted to make it a licensed character.
That's where I was probably going to be on that. Yeah.
You can't split them like that though, because for display purposes, if you had them lined up and you're doing an order,
oh my god,
Pluto and Goofy standing beside each other, then
nobody displays by boxes because I think forever the one that was Jeffrey's numbers missing. So because we had the Toys R Us Brickhead supposed to come, but never did, and it's a number. So yeah.
Maybe they'll release that in the future if Toys R Us does make their comeback. Because I would say that's not an impossible thing to happen.
Yeah, it's back up in New Jersey and Texas, I think.
If they would have made that an exclusive to those stores, we would have gone, right?
Would
have done it.
Yeah, it would have been more
just
justifiable,
for the experience. Like I could have bought it on eBay, right? But like for the experience of going and getting it. But then they probably sell out because people buy a bunch. I don't know.
If you're gonna pay an extreme amount of money for a Brickhead, that'd be the one, as opposed to Sweet Mayhem and like Benny or whatever. Come on now.
Anyway, Brickheads. Brickhead. Yeah, it'd be license versus Lego Movie 2. What's the new Hidden Side promo? I didn't type that.
This is. I typed it. I'm sorry. I thought I linked it.
Okay.
But I did not link it. It's right here. So this is gonna be. I think it was on a calendar. It's like $50 or more.
I hope you don't have to buy a Hidden Side set to get it.
No. It's like the last one.
That seems to be Lego's thing with Hidden Side, is they just want you to get into the theme by buying.
It's a good idea, and this one goes along with the last one because the last one had Parker. This one has Jack.
Drag Racer. Okay, it's like a $10 set essentially.
Yeah, exactly. Like the juice bar or whatever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So,
I don't know.
That's
not
it.
Bad, I guess. You should.
It's a promo.
Yeah. I'll probably not get it, but nice enough.
What are you guys gonna buy to get this?
Nothing. The Manchester
I wouldn't go out of my way to get this.
Yeah.
It's our first box promo. Come on, Greg.
What do you mean it's the first box promo?
Or like, exclusive set promo of the year, right? Am I missing anything?
Oh, I don't think that makes it special in any way.
Well, we do love boxes around here, so
I'm sorry.
You're right. I do need some boxes.
Every episode, I'm going to try to remind you guys when this is on, because I need to make sure Hidden Side does well as a theme, or else we're screwed. So
Why would we be screwed?
Because it's an amazing theme, and I want more action themes that are original.
You should just go stand in Target and be like, hey, I see you're looking at the Lego Star Wars, but, Hidden Side, Halloween's right around the corner.
No, I've heard many times people go in and they're like, is this Lego Stranger Things? And it's
no.
No.
Yikes.
Well, the fact that they can't even tell it's a Lego set by looking at the box doesn't help the case, but...
Yeah. There's got to be alternate box art for those. They were like, they had the concepts, and like we can do this where it's like half and half and you can see the monster world, or we can just do like a regular Lego set. And I wonder what that regular one would look like, because I wonder if it would be better, if we're just saying that it would be better but we don't actually know.
I don't know.
They
the
had
back
this
of the boxes
conversation,
are a little bit better,
and like one dude was like, we can't have this look too much like Lego because it's all about the app and the experience. We got to make it stand out,
which is understandable. Like I don't think it was a bad idea. Like the way it's done, I think is good, but I just don't think it translates well to sales, perhaps, or it could maybe not. Sorry, go ahead, Justin.
Sorry, no, I was cutting you off. I feel bad. No, but I saw the box designer. I think he was on Twitter or something, so maybe one day we could have him on the show or something.
Okay.
What were you thinking? First question.
Tweet at him endlessly.
No.
Yeah, what were you thinking?
Good point. Maybe
what gives you the right?
How dare you?
That would be a great...
We're the least welcoming podcast on the internet.
I'm pretty sure it's a quote from The Office. It's like first question, what gives you the right? That would just be the way to open that. Perfect.
Hey, welcome to the podcast. We're glad to have you. What gives you the right to mess these boxes up?
Yeah. No, I like it. It's interesting. It's different. It's just... I don't know if it translates well to sales, but ultimately Lego would know the answer to that. And maybe it'll change next year. Maybe they already know. Maybe they already know it's doing poorly. Or maybe it's doing great and they'll keep doing it. I don't know. Anyway, I do have kind of one closing topic, and it's about quitting Call of Duty. And like I have had a terrible few nights on Call of Duty the past few weeks, essentially. I don't know. It's just been rough, all right? And I don't know how else to explain it. It's not fun. I get off at like 2 a.m. and I feel depressed. Like I don't want to play. I'm like, why did I just spend so much time playing this? Like that's kind of like the sentiment I feel when I get off now, and it's like not a good feeling, right? You don't want to go on the thing that's supposed to be your fun time, and then when you're done, it wasn't so fun.
Feel like you got fun.
Yeah. And so part of that is just me not playing very well, like to my expectations. I mean, obviously I'm still good at the game, but I'm not as good as I feel like I should be, and that's tough always, I think, for anybody. And then it's also like I haven't been able to live stream because when I live stream on Twitch, it will like glitch out and like I don't know how to explain it, but essentially think of your computer screen with Call of Duty on it, and 4/5 of that is just covered with a green rectangle. And that was my Twitch streams. And
that used to happen to me with Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 when I was trying to Twitch stream.
And I could not figure it out. And last night I went on a Target run because I did some Googling. I'm like, I got to figure this out tonight. I just got to figure it out. I got to figure out why I can't live stream. My internet got fixed and it still doesn't work. And I'm like, I cannot comprehend why it doesn't work. And it was so frustrating because I just wanted to live stream chat because I have like a small community of people that watch me play COD on Twitch, and I enjoyed that company when I played, and I hadn't had it for like it had been over a month, right? Like where every time I'd stream, it would just in 5 minutes go to terrible quality, and I couldn't figure it out. And last night I was just like, I went to Target to buy an Elgato HD60S, and I had an HD60, but I needed the S so that I could use OBS to stream on Twitch, and that fixed my problem. And I had a great night last night, so I'm not quitting. But I still feel like I should quit. I do, but I'm not quitting.
It's not a good use of your time.
It's not, but you can't. All your time can't be productive. You gotta have fun.
I was gonna say, yeah.
I agree. You gotta
good
enjoy
use of
yourself.
Your time if you're, just doing it to enjoy yourself. But if it's taking over your life,
this is basically the Lego boxes all over again.
Yeah,
I should burn them, but I won't.
I should
do
stop
what makes you happy.
God.
That's the moral of all stories.
It makes me
Does
happy
keeping
when I
the
turn
Lego
it on.
boxes make you happy?
Yeah.
But I'm not happy by the time I'm done playing. I don't know. But the other reason I bought an HD60S because I can now use OBS instead of using the Elgato software to stream and record videos for Call of Duty. I'm looking at the future when Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga comes out. I'll be able to do content with that a lot easier with OBS, and I can do a lot more with OBS than the Elgato software, which is very limited. So I look at that as a really bright side of that. And overall,
I'm about to do the same actually. I've been using just the HD60.
Yeah,
and
go get.
I'm having
on sale right now.
You have to use OBS Link with OBS to use that.
You can't use OBS Link with the HD60. That's why I went and got the HD60S last night.
No, you can. I've been doing it. I've been I've been doing it and it's been working. But the problem is my audio will cut out at some point during the stream, like the game audio. You'll still be able to hear us talking or whatever, and then it may or may not come back. And I'm thinking that the S, being that you don't have to use OBS Link, cutting out the middleman might
you do have
save
to use OBS Link. You
still do.
Yeah.
I read online that if you have the S, you don't have to use OBS Link. It works directly with OBS.
I don't know. You're using a Mac too, right?
Yeah, I'm using OBS Link and my HD60.
I don't know. I think we both looked at different things and found out.
Wait a minute. I do have the S. There's one above the S. What's the one above the S?
HD60S2?
No.
I really don't know.
HD S Plus.
Okay.
You have to get I'm getting the Plus. I need to upgrade. I wish I'd have known you needed this because I'm literally probably gonna not use it again. I should have just sent it over.
So the 60S Plus, you don't need the link for.
You don't need to use OBS Link, and I'm thinking that is why my audio will just sometimes cut out while I'm streaming. Either that or it's because my computer's from 2015. One of the two.
So Target doesn't sell the 60S Plus, but I bought the 60S for it was 115 at Target, and I can sell my HD60 for like $50, and it was a really good because it was on sale at Target. It's normally 180. I'm like, all right, it's a good time to buy it, I guess, because I was gonna buy it regardless last night. It just happened to be on sale. It's on the website. You might have to price match if you do want to get the HD60. But I don't know what the advantages of the Plus over the S is, other than not using OBS Link. But I
think you can stream in 4K as well, which I'm not overly concerned about that. I just want to have audio
within the next 10 years.
Wonderful.
Yeah. I don't know. I would look into that. I would look into the 6S or the S Plus versus the S because there's a sizable price difference in that right now, I guess.
Yeah. I was thinking about just getting the S Plus, and if I don't have any audio issues, that's it. If I do have audio issues, it's going back to Best Buy. Which again, it's I think it was $200 when I checked it last, and it's $170 right now.
I got it pulled up as well.
It's a lot of money to make Minecraft videos with my son that don't make any money, but it's fun. Like you said, people enjoy watching it, and it's cool to have people.
Yeah, it's definitely not something that I'm gonna be multiplying the money I put into with, but
there's gonna be no return on this other than just your enjoyment.
Yeah, it's peace of mind, being able to live stream when I want, and I also for the future for Lego Star Wars game, I want to be able to use that, and I think that'll be a lot better for that. So, fingers crossed.
Dang it! I wish I'd have known, dude, because I'm gonna have an S. Well, I'm gonna have it on the S, and I could just have given that to you probably.
Oh well. I just needed it done last night. I was just I was angry going to Target. I'm like, I just please let this work. I can't keep
you smashed it on the counter.
Yeah, just I want to price match this to your website, your stupid website. Yeah. Oh, final thing about Target. Before we wrap up, no more pretzels at my Target. They got rid of the cafe. They're remodeling, and it's sad. I'll have to go to the other Target if I want pretzels. But it doesn't really matter because half the time I would go and I'd be like, can I get a pretzel? I'd be like, we're out of pretzels. And I'm like, well, why do you even sell pretzels? So I guess I got my answer to that. So, yeah, the guy one of the guys that works there plays basketball where I play sometimes. And I talked to him the other night and he's like, yeah, they're going to remodel. It was pretty slow at the cafe at that Target. So they just decided to axe it. And so that's what they're doing. So that's the reason there's no pretzels anymore, which is sad, but oh well.
How dare they?
I agree. What gives you the right? But I'll just go to the other Target. Sorry. Anyway, Austin, why should people subscribe to you? Tell quickly. You gotta sell yourself.
I'm going to be making some really awesome Halo vignettes every Friday. New video, basically a new segment. I'm not gonna try to do like 2 videos a week unless I have the time, but my video came out already on Wednesday, but there will be a video out on Friday because the weekends is when everyone's going to be home and watching videos. So every Friday, if you want to tune in for the Halo Mock series or the Star Wars vignettes, obviously starting with Halo, that's what you should subscribe because no one else does Halo, and it's unique and not boring.
Not boring. Yeah, that's a good stuff. You can also support him on. You can also support him on Patreon.
No, please don't. You also can watch the best brick films of the last 5 years because I was the only one that was doing it. So.
Fair enough. There you go. But yeah, you can subscribe to him. We'll have his link down below. Greg and Justin, any final words? Oh, of course.
Nope.
No. All right. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you all next week on episode 77.